Delaware County's only live television newscast from Ball State University's Unified Media Newsroom. You're watching NewsLink Indiana Midday.
Welcome to NewsLink Indiana Midday. I'm Lauren Burris. As freezing temperatures sweep across Delaware County, several locations across Muncie are offering a warm place to stay. NewsLink Indiana's Peyton Mucker went into the snow to find out more.
Another year brings another round of cold temperatures. When temperatures do get this low, extended exposure outside can be incredibly dangerous. That is why warming centers across Muncie are opening their doors to provide a safe place to stay.
So when the weather is under, zero, or there's certain numbers, so 32 degrees or under, people can just walk in off the streets and come and say, I need to be warm. They can make phone calls and say, hey, I am cold. I don't have a place to be.
The YWCA isn't the only location offering these spaces. The Muncie, Indiana Transit System released on Facebook a list of several locations across Muncie that are supplying a warm place to stay.
People are just cold and want to be warm, right? And so glad that there are places in community that recognize that, are willing to partner.
When you are outside, it is important to take the steps to ensure you are staying safe and protected. First, wear plenty of layers. The more layers you have on, the less likely you are to lose any of your body heat. Then, make sure your ears, your hands, and your feet are all protected. These are the parts of your body that are most prone to things like hypothermia and frostbite. Then, try to stay dry. If your clothes get wet, then they will get very cold. Lastly, just stay inside if you are able to. Even though the snow has stopped, the cold is still lingering out here, so it's best to just stay indoors for now. In Muncie, Peyton Mucker, NewsLink Indiana.
Let's take a look at today's NewsLink Indiana weather. These are the conditions right now. It's 5 degrees under mostly sunny skies. Expect more cold weather today. The high might not even hit the teens. Things will not get much warmer in the 7-day forecast. High temperatures may hit 20 degrees early next week. There are not many chances of snow. NASA says it's on track for a critical test tied to its historic moon mission. It says the Space Launch System rocket will go through a, quote, wet test, end quote, as soon as Saturday. That means it will contain fuel during a practice run. NASA says if the test goes well, the mission to send astronauts around the moon may happen in the next few months. If not, NASA says the rocket can receive maintenance. Today marks the 40th anniversary of the Challenger disaster. The Challenger blew up 73 seconds after launch, killing all 7 crew members on board. That included 37-year-old Krista McAuliffe. She was the civilian teacher whose launch into space was heavily promoted and followed, especially by school children. The explosion was captured on camera and broadcast to the world. It stunned NASA as well as the nation. The agency suspended its popular space shuttle program for nearly 3 years while it investigated what went wrong. The wintry weather may be letting up, but the aftermath is causing headaches for air travelers. American Airlines passengers are among the ones most affected. FlightAware reports roughly 100 AA inbound and outbound flights were canceled yesterday at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. Officials say the carrier is backed up and is having trouble getting back to its regular schedule. Officials say American Airlines say the major storm that blanketed much of the U.S. had severe impacts on 5 of its hubs, including Dallas-Fort Worth. Passengers are advised to keep a close watch on the AA app in order to get the most up-to-date flight info. As Olympics get ready to compete internationally, one member of Ball State women's rugby took her game to the road. NewsLink Indiana's Dylan Rosenlieb reports. She headed to All-Stars, a national competition that highlights 100 of the best collegiate rugby players from across the country.
Ball State's representative at the tournament was Charlene Knapp, one of the presidents of the women's rugby team. She took part in the inaugural event, where athletes from across the country were invited to showcase their talents.
This is a debut tournament, so you have scouts from Ireland, professional teams, the USA teams, all there looking to pick up players.
As Nat packed her bags for Georgia, she reflected on what this moment meant. not just for her, but for the entire Ball State women's rugby team, as she became the first player to represent the program on a national stage.
It's very exciting. We've never had a player play this high up before, so it's just surreal, and I think everyone's a little pumped.
One of the team's coaches, Samanti Getty, says the All-Star nod does more than celebrate individual talent.
It's a big deal. It makes me feel proud. I've seen the work they put in. They work really hard, so it means a lot that the work they put in practice and in their own individual settings is paying off on a really big scale.
The Stripes Naps team finished first in tournament play, competing in Bracket A with a perfect 3-0 record, scoring 32 points over 3 matches. The season may be wrapping up, but for Ball State women's rugby, it is more than just a milestone. It was their all-star moment, a chance to shine beyond the final whistle, as the Cardinals soared in Atlanta. In Muncie, Dylan Rosenlein, NewsLink, Indiana.
To learn more about the National Collegiate Rugby All-Star Tournament, for highlights as our Cardinals take flight, visit nationalcollegiaterugby.com. And that's your NewsLink webcast for today. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to join us tonight at 6:57 on Ball State PBS. And for news anywhere, anytime, go to cardinalmediabsu.com.